Hey y'all, welcome back to Ashley in Real Life. I hope you all have had a great weekend. Hopefully you guys are enjoying all of the InvestFest content that I've been putting out for you guys. I had a fantastic weekend. So every time InvestFest weekend rolls around and I post about it, a lot of people always ask me pretty much the same question, which is, what are my thoughts? Is it worth it? All of the things. And I think I made a video about it last year, but this year, because of social media, there's been a lot more buzz around it. So I figured I'd take the time to give you my thoughts and my takeaways specifically from this year's InvestFest, because I felt like there was a different vibe, a good vibe, but a different vibe this year than in the previous years. And then I will also do a little bit of an unboxing of what the VIP swag bag is. So all the goodies in here. But before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe and follow this channel so that way I can keep giving you guys the content that you want to see. And yeah, let's get all right. Also, y'all, pardon my voice, it is quite hoarse. After this weekend, I spent a lot of time talking. So this is this year's VIP swag bag, and I love it. Compared to last year's bag, I already loved better than last year's. Last year's was a little smaller, a little bit more narrow, and the shoulder straps weren't as long, so I felt like you couldn't really comfortably put it on your shoulder. But this year, the straps were longer. I also love that you have 2 water bottle holders, which is great because obviously if you're bringing water from home, or if you got like water bottles, which we got one. But it's good. It's just good to have extra little like storage space. Like I put like my parking tickets in here, flyers, miscellaneous stuff. So yeah. And the color is blue, so it's quite neutral, and this material holds up really well. It is really, really spacious. Like they did a really good job because when you go to InvestFest, like it's just all the things. Like if you have snacks with you, water bottles, you're shopping at the vendor marketplace, and like this is like the perfect bag to have with you this whole weekend. I had like purses that I planned on bringing with me, but after the first day, like once I got this, I was just like, I'm just gonna use this for the weekend. So the first thing we got was, and the cap fell off, is a InvestFest hand sanitizer with the scent sandalwood, which I used all weekend. One, because it smells good, and I love a little mist. It smells so good. We actually got this in our VIP bag last year as well. This scent was like a lemon. I like the sandalwood scent because 9 times out of 10, I have a more like sandalwood, cedar, oud forward fragrance on. So I just feel like this makes sense for me. The next thing is a notebook. I got so many notebooks this year. I love the notebook because pen to paper, it just makes things just so much easier. And this notebook is so high quality. I love the magnet. It just feels really fancy, like I have my shit together. But lots of pages. I actually think I still have like a few pages from my last year's InvestFest notebook, but we got a notebook. This one technically did not come from the VIP swag bag. This actually came from our Earn Your Leisure member earners meetup that we had on Thursday. It has EYL University on it. If you don't know what EYL University is, essentially it is a organization that gives you all things education in terms of like financial literacy, content, trading, finance, like wellness, health. Like it has so much, and it's a huge community. It's also split up into like regional groups. There's like the Atlanta regional group, the DMV, California, New York. There's a lot of regional groups. I'm sure Earn Your Leisure just launched EYL Africa, so I'm sure we're gonna see an EYL Africa regional group. But it's just a really good community, and I feel like I'm not really explaining all that it is because it is a lot. It is a membership that you have to pay for annually, but it honestly, it pays for itself. Like it overly pays for itself. So I got a little notebook from there. So love that. We did get this book. The author is Terry Ijoma. I don't want to mispronounce their name, but it's called The Risk Worth Taking. And I briefly read the summary. Essentially, it's talking about financing and trading in stocks and pretty much how to break free of, trading your time for money and doing, you know, being able to like live the life that you love while trading and getting up into all of those things. So seems like a really good book. So I'm excited to try it. We did get this book complimentary. So love that. We also got an InvestFest water bottle. Last year we did not get a water bottle, so I'm so excited. And this is some high quality shit. This is some high quality shit. It's 24 ounces. It's from the brand Supplement. It says hydration meets culture. So it is a black, I was just about to say, that saying makes me feel like it's a black owned business, and then I flipped it around and it says black owned business. So duh, of course. This is like really good quality. Oh yes, the stainless steel for coffees and stuff. And it has I'm sorry, y'all can keep, all the stainless and shit, I do not like it. I love a good water bottle that makes sense and that is functional. You can bring this with me on a walk, you can put it on your backpack. It just makes sense. We also got an InvestFest pen. This looks like a good ballpoint pen. Some high quality stuff here. And then they also gave us a portable charger. Whoever came up with this stuff that goes in the swag bag was a woman, because this makes sense. And it has the InvestFest artwork on it. This is so thoughtful because once again, and it came charged. Once again, as you know, like it's a marathon weekend when it comes to InvestFest. Like you are out from like 8 a.m. to like 12 a.m. the next day if you go into after parties, if you're going out to dinner after. So you have to keep your phone charged, and you also have to have, at honestly minimum 2 portable chargers with you because you're out all day. And then that is it for what I got in the VIP bag, but I also wanted to show off this beautiful notebook that I got at this vendor booth called Quiet Peace Together. It's ran by a husband and wife, and the wife hand makes all of the journals. The booth itself had journals, artwork, and puzzles, which I love because I've been wanting to get back into making puzzles, so it's really good for your brain. But she handcrafts all of these, and I just thought this was so gorgeous. I love the texture on it. I think this is a beetle, and I just thought it was so cute. I love the vine. It felt like, I don't know, growth to me, which is something that I'm going through. And it says, what a wonderful thought it is that some of the best days of our lives haven't happened yet. And when I read that, I was like, I need this. Love that it has a magnet, and I love that it comes with a pen. So I just wanted to shout them out because I love this journal. I got 3 journals this year. Like, anyways. Okay, so let's get into the juicy stuff. Is InvestFest worth it? I think that it's an event that pays for itself. Like, people talk about the pricing. First and foremost, the general admission pricing is $300 a ticket. Now, with that said, from about, I want to say maybe April, and maybe even before then, this is just like from me remembering, I would say between like April and May up until July, there were so many opportunities to get discounted tickets and or free tickets. There were so many companies that were sponsoring tickets. All you have to do is put in a QR code. They posted about it all the time. A lot of people that I know got free tickets, so there's that. And you don't really see that too much when it comes to conferences like these. So I feel like that speaks to the level of the brand and how much they want people to just show up. And then I think at any time that you go to any of these conferences, you have to be very deliberate and intentional about why you're going, and if you're going to just say you went versus if you're going to actually make a difference in the community or make a difference in your life. And I feel like in general, InvestFest, you cannot go there and not take away something. Like, it's just kind of like impossible. My personal opinion, obviously, I sometimes feel a little biased because I've been following the Earn Your Leisure journey since COVID. Like, literally, I think it was either 2020 or 2021. I think it was 2020. It was either 2020 or 2021 when I was just researching different things about business and stuff like that, and one of their episodes popped up, and I shared it with friends, family, because I was just like, the interview itself was really cool and really knowledgeable. So I've been following them since then. So my opinion is always a little biased, but I think that it's an incredible event to attend to, because you learn so much information, so much valuable information over the course of 3 days. And if you got just a general admission ticket, you got it for $300. A lot of the information that's being given, people charge individually for thousands of dollars, and I know because I've seen it firsthand. I do feel like a lot of people attend InvestFest and they may be at different levels in their career, or they may be a little bit more farther advanced than people, and they may feel like, oh, like this is not what they say it is. But the reality is like, even if you are a lot further along in your journey, there's somebody or something that you can learn. At the end of the day, like, I want to say this, as a business owner, as a human being, you should constantly be learning. You should constantly seek out information and learn new things. You don't know everything in the world. So whenever people are like, oh, like the information they're giving is it's like, okay, but that particular thing that you are looking for, though they may have not expressed that, I can guarantee that you can find another panel to sit in or another vendor booth to visit that will teach you something that you did not know. You just have to go out and seek the information. But when people say that, I really don't believe them, because when I tell you guys, those panels be jam-packed with multimillionaires, business owners, Fortune 500 company CEOs that are coming to give gems. Like, so I don't really buy the whole, you're not gonna learn a lot, because you learn a lot. The next thing I'll say is, it's something that you have to experience for yourself. You cannot let what you see on social media, whether it be positive or negative, sway your opinion. It really is something that you should come and see for yourself, because it's not just, finances. I mean, yes, the overarching theme of InvestFest is surrounding financing, real estate, and tech. Like that, those are like the big three. However, there's a lot of other things, a lot of other subtopics that fall under that they have panels for, or that vendors are discussing as well. Or they may not even have a vendor booth. They may just be somebody walking around giving out information. So it's something that you have to experience for yourself. And then once you experience it for yourself, then you can make your own judgment. It's also, like I said in the beginning, an event that you have to be very intentional about. If you know that you really yearn to have more knowledge about finance, about stocks, about how to invest your money, about how to save, then you need to look ahead at the schedule, because they post the schedule and in the app probably about a week or two before the actual event. And maybe it is longer than a week or two, but at bare minimum, I know they post it at least a week in advance. And scroll through the schedule Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and look for the conversations that are being had, and figure out, okay, this is something that I'm interested in, this is something I'm interested in. Write it down, make your own schedule, and then go. If you know that you are interested in something, then you should seek out to go see it. Because if you don't do that, then you are gonna feel like, oh, I didn't get what I came for, or whatever the case may be, because you didn't plan accordingly, if that makes sense. So that's what I'll say on that, on whether or not it's worth it or not. I think it's overly worth it. There's so much connections, like there's so much connections that you can make. Like it's crazy. And I'm not just talking about like, connections if you want to do a business deal with somebody, because there's a lot of that as well. But just like everyday human connections, there's people out here that have met their spouses at InvestFest, or people that have met, longtime friends. There are people that have connected with people in their same industry and have been able to, get a new job because of somebody that they met. So if not for the education, the connection piece itself, and that's why I feel like the ticket, it pays for itself. Like you're not gonna lack anything. The next thing I want to talk about is what my key takeaways were for the InvestFest. And I said earlier that it feels a little different this year. And for me, and I don't know if anyone who attended this felt this, but I felt like there was a huge sense of community. Like I felt like there was a huge call to action to like, and they talk about this in general on their podcast, on Blacked Out, multiple people who had, I know Maddie Johnson was talking about it last year as well, but I don't know, it was like the energy that was in there was, it felt like, okay, we really need to lock in with each other. Like, we are all we have, and we need to work together to get shit done. Like, that's was my biggest takeaway. I feel like the panels that I did get to see when I was talking to people, it was like, we have to do this together. Like, we can't do it alone, and we can't go to the heights that we want to go to without each other. And we have to stop the back and forth. And, you know, even like, if you've seen the discourse surrounding like the mayor or in your legion, whatever, like for the mayor to come out on stage and for them to talk and to let everyone know publicly, like, it's not going down like that. Like, we are going to work together. We're going to work together on InvestFest, and we're going to work together to consistently push Atlanta forward. Like, I don't know. If you went to InvestFest this weekend, let me know in the comments if that's what you felt. But that was my first takeaway. And these takeaways are in no particular order. My second takeaway is you have really got to figure out how to diversify your income and your finances. And I feel like that's very like cliche. It's kind of like duh. But I don't just mean like financially, yes, but like how you can leverage even AI to help you with your finances, especially when it comes to like trading and your stock investments as well. For me, I haven't been as risky with my finances in terms of like investing and trading. A long time ago, I did start learning how to trade, and then I like entered a trade and shit went left, and I was like, I'm never doing this again. But I was having quite a few conversations with people specifically who just happen to be in the real estate industry, and they're like not using like their hard-earned money to, you know, whether they're in flipping housing, they're investing, whatever. They're like, yeah, like I got this option, I got this future, like I did a couple trades, whatever, like I save up that money and that's the money that I use to fund this project. And I'm like, what? Like, I have stock investments, and I'm like, okay, that's like my long term, that's like, you know, some of it is for like my rainy day money, most of it is going towards like my long term, like retirement, stuff like that. But I've been feeling like, okay, outside of obviously like having different streams of income, like being a buying selling agent, working as a real estate developer, and, you know, getting money from that, I'm like, I need to actually have more income that is a little bit more tangible, quicker. And talking to these people, I'm just like, yeah, like I need to get on that. And then I sat for Ian Dunlap's The Master Investors panel, and my mind was blown. And I know a lot of people that are part of his Red Panda Academy who quite literally only invest and trade as their full-time job. So I was just like, okay, this is something that I really need to do. And it's something that I can learn, and I can learn on my time. So that was it. The next thing I will say is, and I said this earlier, again, I'm just gonna keep repeating it, is to be very intentional. Like, be very intentional about everything you do. Be intentional with your goals. Don't just like say things or write things down because you think it sounds good or it's what like your family and friends want for you. Like, be very, very, very intentional about the moves that you make and how you spend your time, because it will come back full circle. This weekend, I was asked to assist with a vendor booth, and it wasn't just any like random vendor booth. It was a residential development in Ghana that I had visited when I was there. And people that are investors in the developing company, and all of the people in between, like the company that is head of their sales and marketing, I have a great relationship with. And since before wanting to go to Ghana, I've always said like, okay, like I want to do business over there. I met an incredible real estate broker during my trip. Her name was Anna. And like for the last few months, I've been like, okay, how can I get over there? Like, I want to do business over there. Like, I want to partner with these people, like, you know, all the things. And I've been thinking about that and saying that. And that's why even on this channel, I've kind of made moving abroad or doing business in abroad a pillar in my YouTube channel, because it's something that I am really passionate about. And so when I got the call to be a part of their sales team and to help them out, and listening to kind of like why they asked me, because of my passion for real estate, because of who I am as a person, and also like being there and like being able to speak it to existence. And the fact that they trusted me to be in front of the public and talk and sell like their property, for me, I didn't take that lightly. And I was just like, great. And the way people, like, you know, I'd be talking to people, I was talking to people who were coming up, and they're like, oh my gosh, they're like, okay, like, if I do it, will I get to work with you? And I'm like, yes and no. You know, like, I will make sure, like, I partner you with, you know, the sales team and stuff like that, and I'll, you know, check in on you, whatever. But like, I don't know, like, it just felt very like aligned. And I'm hoping that, I know that it will grow into something much bigger. Just be very intentional about the moves you make, because you never know who's watching, and you never know how things are going to come back full circle for you. So I'll say that. And then my next thing, honestly, you gotta talk your shit. You gotta talk your shit when it comes to InvestFest, because you know what you're capable of. You know what you do. You know the work that you're doing. Like, you just need to talk your shit, because you don't know who's looking for you. Now is not the time to be all modest. Now is the time to be like, oh, well, I really don't, and I just, you know, I'm working on something small. No, bitch, you need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big, bitch. You need to understand that we are all given natural skills and talent by the grace of God. We all, you haven't been working your entire life and you tell me you've gained no skill that you can use to leverage and help other people. Like, you can't tell me that. So talk your shit when you're talking to people. Figure out how you can be a solution to whatever it is they're dealing with. Figure out how you can partner with this person. You know what you're capable of, and you know when you are hearing some conversations, you have that aha moment that goes, I have this system, or I have this service, or I know I can connect them with somebody who can solve it. Like, now is not the time to be humble. Like, be humble, but like, don't piss me off. But yeah, my other takeaway is, and I feel like this falls in line with like talking your shit, is marketing. People have to know who you are. People have to know what you're doing. You need to market yourself. You need to post your content. And this is at me as well. Like, you need to be posting your content. You need to be marketing. Whether you just met somebody and you talk to them for 5 minutes, post about the experience, post about what you learned from the conversation. Like, market to people who you are, so that way when people see you, or when people think about something, they're like, oh, I know who I'm gonna call, or I know who I'm gonna go with, oh, I know, blah, 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 blah. Like, market yourself, market your business, market who you are as a person. And the last thing I'll say is, be open-minded. Like, don't, again, kind of like aligning with the whole, like, now's the time to be humble. Like, I don't really think that going to InvestFest, or it doesn't even matter if you go to InvestFest, because you go to like Render, ATL, or some of the other like tech real estate conferences, like, this is not the time to like shy away or like put yourself in a box to like what you're used to. If you're like, oh, well, I've only ever worked in accounting, and somebody's talking to you about an opportunity to, I don't know, make content, or an opportunity that, you know, sounds like it's more real estate forward. Like, I'm not saying like, you know, do something that you know is like very out of reach for you, but trying new things and keeping your mind open allows you to have different opportunities. And it might push you in an arena that you never thought you'd be in, but something that you would excel in. And a lot of this weekend, just being in certain conversations, listening to also peers and friends who went, who were like, yeah, I was talking to this person, like, we were talking about X, Y, and Z, and I was able to connect with them, or I was able to join our, like, you just don't know. Like, you don't know what's for you if you don't try. Like, you have to try, and you have to be willing to think outside the box. And I feel like this season of life, this economy, like, you can't really afford to just stay in one narrow lane. Like, you have to be able to want to expand and to branch out. So yeah, those are my takeaways. Y'all, my voice is so hoarse, and the more I talk, the more but all in all, InvestFest was a fantastic weekend. And mind you, I didn't even go to VIP night. VIP night was a whole, you know, gala, black tie affair, you know, T.I., Mayor Keisha Bond. Like, I didn't even experience that part, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is truly an experience, and it's an experience for our community, and it's a way that, you know, it's something that is so special because we've never had anything like this. Like, our community has never had anything. We've never had a 3-day festival where we're talking about how to build your legacy, build your finances, quadruple your income. Like, this has not been a thing. So for this to only be its 6th year and for it to have grown to, I don't want to misquote what their starting numbers were. I think it was maybe like a couple of thousand people, up to this year being, I think it was quoted at either 30 or 31,000 people within 6 years, is incredible. It's outstanding. Troy Rashad, MG, Michael, they overly deserve their flowers. They overly deserve their flowers because this is something that is bridging the gap that the Black community hasn't had. We haven't had people who consistently show up and pour into us when it comes to financial literacy. And anybody who says anything otherwise, you're weird as fuck, and you're lame, and you're a hater, and you're probably broke. But anyways, I hope this answers everyone's questions about curiosity. InvestFest, give it a try. I'm sure next year will be bigger and better. Or if you want to start on a smaller scale, maybe InvestFest is too much for you, definitely join the Earn Your Leisure University membership. It is an amazing community. You will learn so much. There's a lot of one-on-ones with the guys in terms of like a group setting, and there's so many different little cohorts that you can join. You can join the travel club, the wellness club, the real estate club. Like, there's a place for everybody. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this video, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.